All right, guys. So today I'm here with Aiden. He actually just dropped out of college because his second full month in sales, he deposited $12,000. I know a lot of people show all these numbers, but they don't actually show money hitting the account. He had $12,000 hit his account second month in sales. I'm going to let him introduce himself. So, Aiden, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Honestly, I just got blessed with an opportunity of knowing Jonathan when I was in middle school. We had a falling out in middle school. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you what it was about. I don't know if you remember what it was about, but it was over a video game. Um, and I just saw him doing well like throughout high school and when I was starting college on Instagram. So I honestly just hit him up. I was like, "Yo, like, what do you do? Like, I need to just do what you're doing because I didn't even know what he was doing at first, but I knew that college wasn't for me. Like everyone that I was around at Texas Tech, uh, they just had a very closed mindset, a very limiting mindset, and they were all just very excited to be working their internships and getting their unpaid internships and $15 an hour internships. And I was like, dude, like I just got a puppy. I got big goals. I'm trying to live in a house soon. Obviously, I want the cars and everything like that, but um, I just knew like I needed to figure something out fast because college wasn't gonna cut it for me. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, bro, and I appreciate you saying that you're blessed to know me. But honestly, a big part, and that's what we were talking about, big part of getting lucky is actually being prepared. Because what is luck? Luck is whenever preparation and opportunity meet. So you were in a situation where you were in college, but you didn't actually want to be in college and you wanted something more. And that's what I was talking about. I think the biggest thing that causes people to change is whenever they actually want something bad enough. Like they have that burning desire. So for you, what made you not want to be in college? Like what actually drove you to reach out to me and actually be open to like getting into something new and taking a risk? Like what made you actually want to do that?
I was honestly at the lowest point of my life in college. Like I was going out having like fun, but I didn't actually enjoy it because I knew I wasn't getting further to where I wanted to be. Um, and so, I mean, it was really easy for me to reach out to you because I was like, all right, the worst thing you can just say is no, which is honestly the best mindset you can have going into sales, just not caring what the outcome is, just putting yourself in front of as many people as possible. So I guess, yeah, in that sense, it wasn't luck. Um, but I was presented the opportunity because I knew you. So I had to take advantage of it.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's good that you did because, like you said, absolute worst case scenario, you're in the exact same situation. Best case scenario, your life changes, and that's kind of where you're at right now. Is like you had that change. So for you, because obviously what we do is financial service sales, and a lot of people sometimes when they're getting in sales, they feel like, oh, I have to have sales experience, or I have to have a certain personality, like be very outgoing or whatever. I consider myself introverted. I've just built a skill set up. For you, had you ever done sales before, like viewed yourself as a salesperson?
Dude, actually, the opposite. I was like, I didn't know anything about sales, but I hate people that just if their goals don't align with mine, like I don't want to talk to them. But it's a learnable skill. Like I came into this with no sales skill. Everyone had told me like, dude, you have to do sales. Like it's great. So I had heard it, um, but I didn't think I'd be any good at it. But luckily, sales is a teachable skill. So if that's the only thing that you're lacking, I mean, it's very easy to get that to where it needs to be.
Well, what was your first week like? Because I remember this as well, and I know the answer to it because you didn't have any sales skills. And yeah, what was your first week like? And what actually gave you that mindset like, hey, this is something that I can learn rather than for some people who would just give up immediately?
I mean, dude, it was brutal because my first day was also Abdullah and Alejandro's first day as well. But they had both been in sales prior to having this opportunity. And I was in there probably like 8 hours, and Abdullah had closed like two deals, I think. Alejandro closed one on his first day, and I don't even know if I got anyone to the application yet. Uh, but I mean, the only thing that kept me going was just the fact that 90% of people fall off in the first 6 months of the business,
Mm-hmm.
but everyone else that doesn't has nothing bad to say. So like, all right, if I just give this 6 months, like I'm in school, I'm not doing the schoolwork, so I might as well just give this my full attention.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I mean,
Yeah.
it was if all it takes is time, that's perfect because you can learn that skill in that time. So
Yeah, for sure. And then also, if you don't, I always tell people it's either you have money or you have time. So if you're in a situation where you want to make more money, then you probably don't have as much money. So
exactly.
you have more time. So you might as well utilize that time to actually learn a skill. And I remember for you, yeah, your first day was brutal. I would say even your first week, like
Yeah, I didn't close the deal my first week, but every day that I was going in there, I was learning something new. I was listening to you close deals, Saeed, Abdullah. I was picking up. I was just absorbing everything, and every day I would go home and I would like. I just learned so much that I knew I was headed in the right direction. And this is what I always say: if you can see where you're headed, it's so much easier. Because in college, I didn't see where I was headed. I would go to the career fairs. I would be like, dude, none of this looks good to me. But now that I'm in this vehicle, I see where I'm headed. So it's very easy for me to wake up every day. Um, and I wouldn't even call it work, but just do, like, I enjoy doing it. Because I know I'm actually working towards my goal.
Yeah.
So,
Where do you feel like that mindset came from? That even though you weren't getting results immediately, you still had that vision of, hey, I'm getting better, and I know if I stick to it, eventually I'm going to get the results. Like, what gave you that mindset as opposed to someone who's just looking at their immediate results and thinks like, oh, I'm not making money right now, let me quit. Where did that mindset come from you?
well, I just think you gotta see what the average person is doing, and if you want to be different from them, you want to, for example, make more money. You have to do the opposite of what they're doing. Otherwise, you can't expect different results.
Yeah.
If you're doing the same thing everyone's doing. Also, the mindset for me, I'm a very competitive person. You know this from when we were playing video games, but I see everything as a game.
Yeah.
So now I started looking at life as a game, and I just want to level up faster than everyone else. So I know I'm in a vehicle to do that, so it's very easy for me, even if I have bad days. I know I'm in a good vehicle, and like it just makes me feel good knowing that like some people don't know where they're headed, but I do. So in terms of mindset, it's just you have to be pretty competitive. Like if you're okay with having bad days and then just getting off and going to bed, then maybe this isn't the right vehicle, but
and whenever it's funny you say it because whenever you reached out, I knew that you would do well because I remember you being competitive with video games, and I think that's one of the reasons why I've done well in business is because back in the day I was obsessed. Like any video game that I played, I had to be the best, and I translated that exact competitiveness to business. Like I was obsessed with being the best, whatever I do. So for you, I remember you're like the only kid that I knew that was the same. So I was like, if this guy implements the same thing that I did, like the video games to business, he's gonna crush it. And your first week, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, shoot, this guy's like not really getting any results, but I respect that he's still working. And that's the thing is like most people fall off after like a week if they don't get results, but you stuck with it, and obviously that's why you got the results that you got. So even like your first month wasn't that great, and then you went back to college, but your second full month doing this, tell them how much you deposited your second full month.
Yeah, so I deposited a little under 12,000. It's actually
pull up the bank statement, show the camera so you guys can see actual bank statement, how much money hit his account.
Yeah, so this is in the month of June. I don't know if they can see it, but that's a little under 12,000.
Yep.
And yeah, that was just from my second month of actually focusing. I was fully done with school. I dropped out. I mean, all I was doing was slinging insurance for 30 days in a row. And sure enough, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not rocket science. This is a very copy paste industry.
Hmm.
So all I had to do was do what everyone else that has already had these
Hmm.
types of months are doing,
Yep.
and that's all it comes down to.
Okay, and then let's give actual like actionable steps, right? Because it's good obviously talking about the mindset, understanding, but what exactly did you do your second month to actually get those 12K in deposits? Like your actions, just break it down roughly. Like what were you doing every day? How did you learn how to make 12K in a month?
Yeah, so a lot of it comes down to, like I said, it's a very copy paste industry. So just listen to what the people above you are telling you to do, implement it, and if you want to if you want to be get to where someone's at, you got to work a little harder than them if you're not there yet.
Hmm.
So I was waking up as early as I could. I used to love going to the gym in the mornings. I hate to say this, but I almost cut that out for that month. Sacrificed that, but I was closing like, I think there was one week where I had like 9 deals that I closed before 9 a.m. that week.
That's good.
And that's just from waking up before everyone else. And so,
Hmm.
like, imagine how I'm feeling waking up closing deals. And I know, like, all my friends haven't even woken up for their internship yet. I mean, and that makes me feel good. So it makes it really easy for me to, like, do it day in and day out.
Hmm.
Also, I mean, the money, like, the deposits don't hurt. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, honestly, just listen to what the people above you are telling you to do a little extra,
Hmm.
and I mean, it's hard to go wrong with consistency.
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying is there's no secret. You
There's
literally
no
just
secret.
followed exactly what the person who got the results that you want did, and then you got the results because you worked a little bit harder than them. Because obviously, there's skill set involved, and you have to build that skill set.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like people come in and aren't able to succeed if there's literally a blueprint laid out in front of them?
I think it's a very mentally taxing industry, uh, and if you can't handle all the no's, if you don't have the right mindset, so if you're taking every no as like, oh, I'm doing bad, then you're gonna implode. But if you take every no as like, okay, I'm closer to a deal. Like, I'm very happy I got that out of the way.
Mm.
It's just all about your perspective. So it's how you're looking at things. Like that first week, I was closing no deals. Pretty sure I had my card maxed out at that time. My limit was like $1,000, and I was like, shoot, like, but yeah. So it can be mentally challenging, but it's all about perspective. Like I was going home, like, okay, like I just gained a bunch of sales experience that no one can take away from me. So in that sense, I did profit today.
Yeah.
Even though I made no money. And then it comes down to consistency. Just keep showing up, keep doing it. I mean, it's no secret.
Yeah, for sure. You said something very important there, is it's about perspective. Because your actions are determined by your emotions, and your emotions are determined by the meaning that you give stuff. Exactly what you said, where a no, for one person, it might mean I got rejected, I made no money today, I wasted my time. Or if you choose to give it the meaning, I've learned a little bit today, I understand a bit more about how to handle these calls, I got better, so I actually profited today and I'm moving towards my goals. That's the meaning that you give it. Same situation, different meaning. That's going to actually create emotion, right? It's either going to be positive or negative, and then that's going to create your actions. Either you're going to quit, or you're going to feel burnt out, or you're going to feel horrible about it. Or if you feel good about it, it's going to keep you moving, and that's exactly what you did. And then second month, I mean, you made a good amount of money.
Exactly. You have to be very careful about how your mind is thinking, because actions, you know the quote, surely.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Yeah. No, of course. And then for you, because I know you came from that environment being in college where, like you said, a lot of your friends were drinking, partying, doing different stuff than you, and you didn't really have that alignment. So I'm sure whenever you were trying to like change as a person, there's probably some resistance there from like people that you're close to or people in your life. How did you deal with that? Especially because I know you're Indian, so your family is like super strict on being in college.
Pakistani, but yeah.
Yeah, Pakistani, yeah. So I'm sure there's some people out there that can relate where it's like their family or their friends are super strict on like follow this path.
Mhm.
How did you still be resilient enough to be like, no, this is exactly what I'm gonna do, and how'd you overcome people trying to like pull you back into doing what the standard is?
I mean, dude, that was super easy because that was probably the easiest part. I was like, I want to do better than my parents, and they all they know because they immigrated. All they know is college is the way out. But for me, I'm sitting here in college looking at people that are younger than me, like Jonathan and Logan, and they're all doing completely different things. So I just told them, like, look, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah.
Um, but this is like I'm trying to become top 1%. So why would I listen to anyone else's advice that's not top 1%? Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'm in a vehicle where I have access to like multiple top 1% people, like if not most people that are working with us or working with you and Kyle. Like they're making ridiculous amounts of money for their age. So how could you sit and listen to your parents who are like struggling with their mortgage, or your friends who are living like just going out every weekend? Like, I mean, it was very easy for me to like start saying no to like, oh, you want to go out this weekend or something? And I was like, I'll let you know or something.
Yeah.
But now it's very easy for me to say no to things that don't align with my goals because, dude, honestly, I just think like, all right, is this something that Jonathan would do? like, I mean, my friends are going out for these World Cup games and stuff. I was like, dude, I mean, yeah. It's very easy for me to make decisions now because they're not who I want to become.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I take everything they say with a grain of salt.
Yeah, exactly. You just have to line up your mindset with like, okay, who do I want to become? What would that person do? And it doesn't mean you have to be the exact same as that person that you look up to, but if someone is making the amount of money that you want to make and you're in the season of your life where you're trying to make more money and that's your goal, okay, figure out how they did it, what are their habits, and that's something that you've been very good at. You're very coachable and you actually take action on that. What are your friends and family think now, or at least the ones that know of how much money you're making and the path that you're on?
I mean, yeah, my dad, he's like very like logical and he wants to see like all the numbers. So obviously when I started, he was like, you're making no money and your grades are slipping and you're putting all your time into this. Now he's completely shifted his mindset. He's like, all right, I want to help you out as much as I can because I know like you're succeeding and you might need like a little guidance on like what to do with like your money and stuff like that. So now he's shifting it, making sure like this is sustainable for me and stuff like that. But really, my parents have no issue with it now. They're very supportive of it.
Yeah.
My friends, honestly, like I don't know what they think, and I don't really care because I don't even talk to a lot of them anymore. Only like Nico and you, because I know that they're not in the spot where I want to be.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they think. I have ideas of what they might think, but at the end of the day, I don't really care.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And then how do you genuinely feel now that you're making top 1% money for your age? Because I know a lot of people online, they get their perception messed up because they see all these people making 50,000, 100,000 a month, which yes, it's good to have your standards set at that and think of that as normal and that you can achieve that. But 12,000 in a month, that's 144,000 a year. People come out of college thinking 60,000 a year is a good job, and you have more freedom. And also, this is your second month. You're building a skill set, and you're in an industry that compounds. So you're literally making like top 1% money for your age last month. So how do you feel now, and how do you feel about the path that you're headed on?
I mean, dude, I don't feel a certain type of way that I made this money because like in our agency, like the standard isn't um writing 30K in business or even 50. Like we just have people doing like 3 or 4 people doing 100K months. Like now I'm shooting for that. Like I could care less what happened in the past. I'm still trying to improve.
Mm-hmm.
So like honestly, when I'm looking at my bank account and I have money in it, I'm upset because I'm like, okay, how can I spend this so I can make more?
Yeah.
But yeah, so my whole perspective, like if you had asked me when I was in college, like, dude, if you make 10K, like, what would you do? Like, I probably would have blown it all by now. But now I'm like, I need to spend this so I can make more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it's all like you said, it's all about perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I mean, I don't feel a certain way because I made that type of. I mean, yeah, I guess it makes me feel good, but if anything, I'm hungry. You know,
Yeah.
like I want to push. I want to keep pushing it because I know I can make more. I just have to do the things that these people that have made that type of money are telling me to do.
Yeah. And I know some people they look at getting into a skill or online business or something that's challenging at first, where it requires sacrifice. They look at it as like they're scared to make that lifestyle change. Like they kind of want to be comfortable. They don't want to sacrifice the going out, or they don't want to sacrifice certain things that might not be in alignment with that. For you, do you feel like that's worth it? Like you making the sacrifice and the change of lifestyle? Like how do you feel now versus
I mean,
before?
yeah, it's 100% worth it. But it comes down to like I can tell everyone that it's worth it, but it comes down to actually taking action because somebody can think it's worth it and know it's worth it, but if they don't reach out to actually take the first step,
Mm-hmm.
they'll never improve
Yeah.
their situation. And that's how a lot of people get stuck. They're just all right with waiting 5 years for the next raise um, because they like that comfort, security.
Yeah.
But I think it's a very, almost like a trap. Like college is built to produce employees, people that know they can follow a system and just do these certain tasks. And that's a very limiting belief.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, like you said, there's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. People can feel like it's worth it to make those sacrifices and make that amount of money, life changing money, have freedom, build a skill to where they have a safety net. Because at the end of the day, people think a 9 to 5 is more secure, but your safety net is yourself. Once you get good at sales, you can always make money.
100%.
So that's your safety net there. But yeah, I appreciate you doing the interview. We'll leave them off with final words. If you were to leave to someone out there that was in the same situation as you, where you were in college, maybe you weren't the happiest, most fulfilled, like you said, you had hit a low point, you're drinking, going out, didn't have any money in the bank, and now I told you this before, you're becoming a new man. You already have became a new man. Like you're a new person, you have new habits, and that's what it takes to succeed. But what would you leave someone out there watching with, like in terms of advice for changing their life?
Well, first I would say, I mean, change your perspective, and second, take action. Like those are the two biggest things you can do that will actually improve your life. Like imperfect action is better than no action. Someone wise once told me that. But yeah, I mean, like I told my parents, I would rather try 100 different things that could get me to top 1% and fail 99 than take this one route and get an internship and then I'm guaranteed to be average.
Yeah.
Like, so you have to take action. But yeah, that's what I'll leave with you.
Sounds good. Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you having me at this apartment.